I know I was wrong for teaching you what I showed you. But that's what I learned. So I thought it was right. And yet deep down I knew it was wrong. This is the same song on repeat. But you really don't have to repeat. It's how they feel about you. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. Okay, so this is someone who they steered you wrong. And it's either they steered you wrong by example because you looked up to this person and you watched them, and what they showed you was inconsistency, and then you became inconsistent. Okay, that's one scenario. This could be multiple people in your life as well. Follow through. There's something here about not being able to follow through unless it's like something where it's live or die type situation. And then you kind of like push yourself to follow through with certain things. Well, other than that, if it's anything else, you have trouble following through. Okay. And this is not going to be for all of you because it's like it feels like a spider web. It has different sections, is what I want to say. There's also someone that didn't really speak highly of, or how can I say, they didn't speak highly in representation to who you are. So if you're a woman, okay, or feminine energy, someone close to you that you looked up to or that cared for you didn't speak well of women or didn't speak well of men. So you painted this picture of yourself that was not correct, and it made you act out of your natural character. And I really feel like this message is to highlight the fact that when you were born into this realm, there were so many distortions already, and one can't blame themselves for what was out of their control and what they went through. However, there comes a time when you know right from wrong, and then you're able to make a better decision for yourself as soon as you are complex enough to. Okay, this is what the message is about. It's about breaking cycles. Okay. This message is about breaking cycles because before we were born, there was already a cycle in cipher. Okay, it was already happening. And then we were just born into it, and then we began to turn and flow with that same cycle. I'm hearing something tragic, traumatic, or something that could be considered phenomenal can happen to make one think differently, to see differently, and then make a different choice. Not all people do this because some people don't think that highly of themselves, or they didn't have a model to show them different, because it's much more challenging to break out of a cycle if you don't see an example. Okay. This section it's kind of sporadic. This message always coming to me. Okay. I'm trying to see where else they're taking me. I feel like I'm on a boat and I can't control the direction in which it's going. Out of control. Many of you were out of control when you were younger. You were bad. But it wasn't because you wanted to be. It was because the environment kind of molded you to be. Okay? It also has a lot to exposure, what you were exposed to, what you saw. It made you behave in such a way. And there's a lot of times where you could have gotten yourself into deep trouble. And many of you did get into deep trouble. However, you were spared. Okay? And you were spared for a reason. Those moments were meant to teach you, not to cause you to fall and not get back up. There's some people that feel really bad though for things that they said and how they behaved, but some of them will never apologize. They'll never apologize, so don't expect it. But they know deep down inside it was wrong. These individuals have trouble owning up to their wrongs and taking and being accountable. Okay, many of these people in your life have a really hard time being accountable. And this is a form of how they feel like they have control. This makes them feel like they have control because some of their ways are really out of control, okay? There's certain things that were instilled into you that really affected you as an adult. And Spirit is saying, look at them. It's never too late to look at them because it's time for them to heal now. It's been time for them to heal. But this is the last call, I just heard. This is the last call. Okay? I heard for you, not me. This is for you, not me. So don't feel like, just know that you're doing this for yourself. This is for you, not me. You're doing this for yourself. This is going to make you function better and think more clearly, okay? I heard this is a love letter. I love you enough to tell you that there's things inside of you that are still bothering you from what was instilled in you when it comes to those around you and from your environment. There's still remnants of pain and traumatic experiences that you didn't look at it. You got to look at it. You have to look at it, and you have to understand that there's a message coming through. Understand that you were exposed to those things for a reason so that you have a better understanding. Because the types of people that you connect to and that are meant to align with you, they have similar stories. I'm hearing you are the strong one, but you don't always want to be. Sometimes you just want to not. Sometimes you just want to relax, right? Okay. That's what I'm hearing. Everything has a purpose. You have to give it purpose when it doesn't have a purpose, though. It's meant for you to align yourself with it, to give it a purpose. Just like everything around us has a name, and it already had a name before we got here. All of these inanimate objects, and all of the trees and the flowers, everything has a name. Spirit is basically saying in your life you have to name these things so that you can identify them and identify with them. For some of the situations that happen, you may not be able to actually put a specific purpose to it. However, you could put an acknowledgement to it and express what that meant to you and how it has changed you for the better or for the worse and what you could do about it. It's like this organization of experiences to help you to get through them so that you don't lash out. There's something here about those things being unhealed makes you lash out, and it messes up your emotional stability and your emotional regulation your emotional intelligence. You have to sit down and focus on these things that are still bothering you, that you're ignoring. Because the more you ignore it, the more it's going to hurt. Okay. Remember, this is for you. This is so you could live a better life for the rest of it. Because you deserve to. You deserve to if you... I heard you don't deserve to if you don't look at it, but you deserve to if you look at it. So if you look at what is hurting you inside, and even if it's like Spirit is trying to make sure that you know, the more that you hold on and be victim to it, or the more that you hold on and you don't address it and give it understanding, you'll be victim to it, even though you may not have like a victim mindset. And some of you do. So anything like that is going to like really affect you from the inside out. And Spirit just doesn't want that anymore for you. Because it's still hurting you. The more you look at it and grow from it, the more you can actually make enough space for the new. And there's so much more to come. But the more you hold on to those things that you felt destroyed you, the more you won't have room to smile. Like you won't have enough space to overcome the grief, is what I'm hearing. You have to make space. Because if those old thoughts are consuming your mind, how could you make space for the new? How could you be prepared for I heard new responsibilities, but I was going to say new relationships, new connections, because the past can actually haunt your future. It's like bringing baggage, too many bags, bringing baggage when you're only supposed to come with one small bag, but you have luggage. Like overpacking, and you're only leaving for 24 hours. It's like that energy, but this is energy I'm talking about. Not necessarily things, but energy. Taking excess energy with you into new situations makes the situation heavy. It makes hearts heavy. It causes stress and overwhelm. It's making me think about that scripture where it says don't put new wine into old wineskins. I never knew what that meant when I first read that. I said, what? That's supposed to mean? Talking about giving me codes? But I understand now. And it's the same concept that I'm talking about now. I heard, wait a minute. This message is all crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to get it. Wait a minute. Did I just lose what I just got? Hold on. I think I lost it. It went away. This message is all over the place. I hope you guys are getting the best of it. Channeling is crazy, especially when they have a lot to say. It's just becoming real fast. I really wanted to say that. What was that? I have too many. That's when it's like a lot comes through at once. And I'm trying to catch it, but then that one just... But that was funny. What was it? Damn it, Becky. I lost it. Okay. Let me see. Don't put new wine into old wineskins. Okay. You deserve everything new as long as you really want it, if you're willing to do the work. When you do the work, you're rewarded for it. And the reward is a peace of mind. The reward is a peace of mind. If you need help, ask for it. This is an emotional thing. And many people have trouble with their emotions. You could book a healthy conversation with me. That's an option for you. But you got to talk to somebody. Talking is healing. Expressing yourself is very healing. Okay. To master your emotions, it helps you make better. It helps you to make better decisions and to think clearly, and not to feel that overwhelming feeling it could be daunting. Okay? Alright, I think I'm going to leave it there. If you resonate with this message, even though it was so scattered, but that's how it came to me. And I feel like that's a representation of the emotional state of a lot of people right now. It's scattered. It's not in alignment. Okay? So it's time to bring it back in. Draw it back. Draw it back. Draw it back in. And be able to connect all the dots within self so that you can walk a straight path. I heard the straight and narrow. You walk the straight path. And then you could be on that master plan energy. Okay? The God's plan. Drop it down in the comments if this message does resonate with you and you taking the time out to look at what is hurting you deep down inside instead of continuing to ignore it is an aspect of your love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. To book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyrose.org. Also, you can join the membership here on YouTube to gain access to additional content. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.